Hello, everyone. I'd like to share with you a thought about some concepts I was reading about this week. And those concepts are disengagement, disconnection, and distraction. That's disengagement, disconnection, and distraction. Now, the thing is, in order for us to be emotionally well, we must be able to identify what emotions we are experiencing and the thoughts that are connected to them, right? Which is essentially the concept of self-awareness. Now, the problem is that when we're distracted, disengaged, and disconnected, we're not able to do that. And it can be tempting to stay in that place of distraction, disengagement, and disconnection, especially when you've experienced trauma. We don't want to relive that pain. And also, we don't want to revisit those painful experiences. But the problem is that avoidance is not on the path of emotional wellness, right? Avoidance is not going to lead us to being emotionally healthy and emotionally well. Now, distraction, disengagement, and disengagement, and disconnection can be helpful in the short term, right? Because we cannot be so in tune and thinking about our emotions every second of the day. Sometimes, we have things to do. We got people to see. We got, places to go. We have to accomplish tasks. And so we're not always able to do that. And especially in times of crisis, in times of urgency or emergency, you just need to get things done. You just need to complete the task. Well, those may not be moments that you want to be so engaged on. What am I thinking? So in the short term, these states can be okay. The problem is that when we want to live there, when we want to dwell there, when we live our lives on autopilot and we're just going through the motions of life and we're not really connecting, that's when these become a problem. And I was in a training this week with grief therapist David Kessler, and he gave us a really interesting quote, which I thought was really key. I want to share with you. I'm not sure if this is his original quote, but it says, "What we run from pursues us. What we run from pursues us, but what we face transforms us. What we face transforms us." So when we find ourselves tempted to stay in the place of the 3Ds, we have to go back to the question that I presented in the previous video, which is the foundation of this whole work for me, is, are we desiring wellness to the point of committing to a process, right? Are we desiring wellness enough that we will commit to a process of doing whatever it takes to get better? And sometimes the truth is we're not, right? There are different responses to that questions, and some days we're just not we're not committed to the process, but that's okay. Wherever we find ourselves in response to that question, there's always hope, because there's always room to grow, right? There's always room to get to that place where we're desiring wellness to the point of commitment. But to really get better, we must engage our emotions. We must be intentional about what we give our attention to and about what we focus on. And we must connect to ourselves. We must connect to other people, loved ones, trusted people in our lives. And most of all, we must connect to God. So I hope that you found this thought inspiring and challenging you to go a little bit further on your wellness journey. Until next time.